Hey everyone, I am in the Philippines. I want to give a quick update about what I've been up to. I am currently in Bohol right now and filming in my room. So I arrived about a week ago. I flew from JFK in New York to South Korea, which was about a 15-hour flight. I think with some of the headwind and a little bit of delay, it turned out to be a 16-hour flight. And then when I arrived to South Korea, I had a 2-hour layover, and so I chilled at the lounge, I walked around a bit. It's a super clean airport, and then I headed straight to my gate. So from South Korea to Manila, it was about a 4-hour flight. Once I got to Manila, I waited for my mom because she was also meeting up with me. She was flying from Davao, and so we lined up our flights together. And once I met up with her, we went straight to the bus station that goes to Baguio. The bus station's called Victory Liner, and it's been here for a very long time. They're known for their routes to go to Baguio. My mom has taken it before a while back, and so we know the bus routes, and we felt comfortable taking this bus. The bus ride was relaxing. I was able to catch up with my mom and sleep. In total, the bus ride was around 5 hours, and after that, we made it to Baguio City. So from New York to Baguio City was about a 26-hour trip, and so that was super long for me, but really happy that I was able to make it and everything went smoothly, and I was super happy to be with my mom as well. So Baguio City is located in the mountains in the northern part of Luzon, and it's really a breeding ground for Filipino artists showcasing their skills in silver crafting, wood carving, and weave making, which is what brought me to the city. So my goal in being Baguio City was to learn more about the fabrics and to choose a few for the next batch of cheeky bags. And so a few major highlights I wanted to share was that I was able to visit 2 weaving factories. On the second day I was there in Baguio City, I was able to visit a factory called Easter Weaving. So Easter Weaving is actually one of the largest weaving factories in the Philippines. When we visited, it was 2 floors. And so the first floor housed all of the weavers, and I saw them working on these large wooden machines with fabrics, which were called looms. It was amazing to see. Afterwards, we went up to the second floor and we met with the store manager. Her name was Virginia, and she was very kind to take some time to answer a few of my questions, and she gave us a background of the company and the history behind some of the fabrics. And then after that, we just ventured around the second floor. It had products made by the fabrics. You know, we saw bags, we saw apparel, and then we saw rolls of fabrics, and that is where I spent most of my time. I was looking at each one to see what would look good for the next collection, and a nice piece of advice that my mom gave me, which I really liked, was if you see a fabric and you touch it and it sparks joy, that's a really good indicator that it's a good fabric to use for the next collection. And for me, that was really helpful because it was overwhelming to see all of these fabrics, and they're all gorgeous, very vibrant, and just really good quality as well. So I had that in mind, and it was just, even though it took a while, it was an amazing experience to be there and to see all of these fabrics. After some time, I wrote down the fabrics that I liked and took photos of them. I was super impressed by the vast variety of fabrics that they had. All of them were eye-catching, colorful, and beautiful. On the third day, we went to a market called the Maharlika Building Center, which was filled with souvenirs and hand-woven fabric products. And so it was really cool to see all of the products that were using hand-woven fabric. And so it gave me a lot of inspiration. I also found some vendors who were selling fabric by the roll, and also had different patterns, different colors, and so definitely took note on what I liked and what stood out to me. And then on the 4th day, we went to a weaving store called Narda's, And they're also a very well-known company in this city specializing in hand weaving products and hand weaving fabrics. As my mom and I were walking around the store, we were able to speak to the store manager, and we found out that they actually have a weaving factory that was 30 minutes away, which had more selection and also housed the weavers as well. And so they suggested that we go over there and check it out, and we were like, hell yes, let's go. And so one of the sales associates was super kind to help us flag down a taxi and tell the taxi driver where it was, because I think it was a little bit difficult to describe it. So the factory was in Winica Village, and so it was a little bit of a far drive relative to the other weaving places that we visited. It was a bit hilly, and also at some point it turned to a dirt road. Once we made it to the factory, we were greeted by one of the weavers, and her name was Lorraine, and she was kind enough to give us a walking tour of the weaving room. She walked us through the weaving process, which I was very impressed. So there were about 25 weavers working on different types of fabrics for different products, such as placemats, bands, bags, and apparel. Their trademark fabric is called ikat. Learning about the process of weaving from Lorraine and seeing the amount of energy that's used to make these fabrics gave me a newfound respect for the weavers and for the fabrics itself. Making 98 meters of fabric takes about 1.5 months. And so that's pretty wild. And when we asked about implementing machines to make things more efficient, and they said that if that were to happen, a lot of these weavers would be out of a job. And so hand weaving really does provide a daily livelihood for them. After the weaving tour, we headed upstairs and we met one of the office managers. Her name was Andrea, and so she gave us a tour of the sewing floor and then guided us to the fabric room. The fabrics were amazing quality and had beautiful patterns and colors that I really liked and thought were very unique. After walking around the fabric room, I chose a few rolls that I really liked, and we brought them out to the table to get a better look at them. So I used a cutout of my laptop bag that I made out of an old food menu from my hotel to help me better visualize what the laptop bag would look like using that fabric. By the end of our visit there, I was pretty confident that I knew what fabrics I wanted to use for Cheeky. And after some reflection, the next couple days, I placed an order with Narda's and chose fabrics that I wanted. I'm so stoked that I was able to find the fabrics that I really liked for Cheeky, and overall the trip was amazing. It was so great learning about how the fabrics are made, meeting some of the weavers, and seeing where the fabrics come from. I also enjoyed spending time with my mom. She is based here in the Philippines, and I usually get to see her about once or twice a year, so our time together really means a lot to me. Now the next step is to go to Davao City and have the bags made. Thanks so much for watching my update. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any comments or questions, please post a comment below. And if you want to see more videos like this and follow my journey, please hit subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!